thanks to Lady Drama, would be an easy catch, Rahul thought. Rahul had insisted that they reach the cafe at 7:30 p.m. After much opposition from Akriti, who insisted the party wouldn't start before 8:30 p.m., they finally agreed to arrive at the cafe at 8 p.m. "Where's your boyfriend?" Rahul asked, looking around. "He isn't here yet. If he were here, we'd know. He is a loud drinker. I'm telling you, that guy is so dumb, he thinks Cheerios are donut seeds." Akriti laughed as they sat at the bar counter taking their pints. "Why were you dating such a guy in the first place?" Rahul asked, his eyes fixed on the entrance. "Maybe because I wanted to improve my sense of humor by abusing that donut head." Akriti laughed. "Cheers." "Cheers to your breakup." Rahul raised his glass. "Do you have a girlfriend?" Akriti asked curiously. "Are you hitting on me?" Rahul tried to sound playful. "No, I am curious." "I am sure you have one." Akriti slowly picked up the bottle and touched it to her lips in anticipation of his answer. "One is an understatement." "Oh, I like that." Akriti sealed her lips, nodding her head. "I am joking. I am single," Rahul told her. "May I ask why?" "Well, that's a tough question. Probably because I could not find someone like you," Rahul told her. The atmosphere between T.H.M. was warming up, and Akriti was enjoying Rahul's company. Partners aren't supposed to be like each other. "So how did he ask you out for your first date?" "You won't believe this. He decided to read a letter to me on the phone before asking me out on a date. When he dialed and someone picked up the phone, he had read half the letter without knowing who was on the other end. It was my father, and after he got annoyed with listening to the long ballad he had written for me, he finally told the dumbhead I was not at home. And then there was a military parade at our house, and he came there. My father asked me to date someone with brains. But I thought it was cute of him and ignored his shortcomings. When we started a relationship, I was extra cautious to not let my father know," Akriti told Rahul, and both of them laughed. When their laughter subsided, they stared into each other's eyes until a man interrupted them. While they were sailing on this ship of intimacy, their Titanic sank as the iceberg stood right in front of them. Akriti's ex-boyfriend. "Akriti, I thought you weren't coming." "Who is this guy?" The man, who Rahul assumed was Akriti's ex-boyfriend, inquired. "He is my boyfriend," Akriti said, placing her hand on top of Rahul's. Her ex-boyfriend looked sternly at Rahul, who immediately said, "Dude, she is kidding. I am just a friend. You don't need to be afraid of him, Rahul. He and I have broken up," Akriti assured Rahul. No. I am Akriti's friend. She invited me over to the party." Rahul defended himself. "If he is your friend, how come I've never seen him before?" Her ex-boyfriend turned to ask Akriti. "Have I seen all your friends before? You didn't even introduce me to a close friend of yours before I caught the two of you making out." "At least, I am courteous enough to introduce you," Akriti said disdainfully. "Anyway, we're having an after-party at my house tonight. You can bring this new friend of yours along," he said before leaving. "Thanks, man," Rahul shouted back. "What were you doing?" Akriti stared angrily at Rahul. "You want to screw him, right? Trust me, let's go to his after-party and then leave everything to me," Rahul told her. "What if you try to back off again this time?" Akriti looked hurt. "I won't," Rahul promised. Once the party was over, they left for the after-party at her ex-boyfriend's place. "Your house is so dirty," I might have to wipe my feet before going outside. Akriti rolled her eyes at her ex-boyfriend. Chill, babe. Enjoy your drink, her boyfriend said, coming close to hold Akriti's waist. Dude, back off, Rahul pushed him away. Before anyone knew what had happened, a brawl developed. The two men were hitting and kicking each other on the stomach and face. Akriti was shouting for Rahul to break her ex-boyfriend's face. A few minutes later, Rahul's phone rang and, freeing himself from the blows of his opponent, he went to open the door. The intelligence team was standing outside. Nirav, along with the others, entered and called off the party. A few men surrounded Akriti's boyfriend, which scared Akriti. Chill, Rahul. Leave him alone. That was more than enough. He's learned his lesson. Not yet. He is a spy and we're here to arrest him, Rahul told her. Akriti was shocked beyond belief. Nirav dragged him outside, and Rahul went to his room to search for his documents. Once the locker was broken open, all his documents were sealed and his identity was confirmed. His real name was Rashid Nabi, and he was a spy from Pakistan. Thank you, Miss Akriti. You made our job easier by giving me access to the party to make your boyfriend jealous. We had expected it to take much longer, but that was really quick, Rahul thanked Akriti. And who are you exactly? Akriti sounded confused. I am intelligence officer Rahul Ranet. I had to stay undercover at your father's house to catch your boyfriend who is actually a spy and here to steal confidential information about the Indian army that your father, Major Tana, possesses, Rahul explained. Wow. I can't believe I was dating a spy, Akriti was stunned. They are trained to be undercover, Rahul told her, just like we are. He smiled and Akriti smiled back. I am sorry I had to keep my identity hidden. It's part of our duty. I hope you understand, being the daughter of an army officer, Rahul said. Akriti nodded. They stood silently for a moment. The chill in the air forced her to put her arms around her chest. So, Nirav is your colleague? No, he is like my brother. His parents raised me. I'll tell you sometime. Should I tell him that I like him? But what will he think of me that this girl is so modern, she switches boyfriends like shopping sites, whichever offers more discounts? No, I think I should let him do the talking. Was the bonding we shared also fake and part of your operation? Her eyes revealed what she wanted to ask. I have begun to fall in love with you. Is there an easier way of telling you this? His eyes replied to what she wanted to hear. They'd confessed everything other than the affection they had developed for each other. It was lingering in the air between them, waiting to be put into words. One more thing, Rahul said. Yes, said Akriti, half expecting Rahul to tell her that he liked her. For a few days, I'll continue to stay at your house so that no one suspects that Rashid has been arrested. Also, till the external factors are clear and I get a green signal from Nirav, my identity must remain hidden from your parents. Is that okay? Yes, sir, Akriti saluted him in a friendly manner and laughed. Would she have the same response if I asked her to marry me? Rahul wondered. The thought made him smile. Chapter 10. Have you ever come across someone you think about night and day? Someone who can melt your heart with her presence? Have you ever met someone so special that you can no longer imagine your future without that person? Someone so crazy she can reduce you to laughter with her humor. And yet someone so vital she helps to keep you sane. So Me own so beautiful that you wish you could pause time so a moment with her would not be lost to it. That someone for me is you, Akriti. Will you please be my girlfriend? Rahul had made up his mind to send this message to Akriti. The more time he spent with Akriti, the more Rahul grew to like her. He knew Akriti, too, loved his company, but she never dared to admit it. In the days that Rahul spent in Akriti's house, he had shone in her parents' eyes. They were impressed by the way he respected and treated his elders. His sometimes quiet and sometimes playful demeanor impressed everybody. That morning, he was talking to Mrs. Tanna as she cooked food in the kitchen. Auntie, shouldn't you be thinking about Akriti's marriage now? Rahul asked playfully. I have left that responsibility to the major. If the man can take responsibility for the entire nation and fight on the border, he can definitely take the headache of his daughter's marriage and convince her to marry. Mrs. Tanna told him. If you ask me, fighting the enemy on the border is much easier than fighting your daughter, Rahul laughed. I know, Rahul. The last time her father found a suitable match for her, she declared she had a boyfriend. Now, only a few days ago, she told me that she'd broken up with that boy, Akriti's mom said in a disapproving tone. Both Rahul and Mrs. Tanna were discussing Akriti when she returned from the office. What's cooking? She asked, peeping into the kitchen. As o. F now, you, Rahul mocked. So, I was the topic of your discussion. I am sure it must have been about my marriage, Akriti said wryly. How come you are early today? Her mom questioned as she went upstairs. I will have to leave again, Mom. I'll be home late as I have to meet a few clients to discuss the design of some new software, Akriti replied. After some time, Rahul bid goodbye to Mrs. Tanna too. He had to attend to some urgent work. Once they were together outside, Akriti said, Did she suspect us? I can't say. She is your mother. You'll know better, Rahul replied. Rahul and Akriti had planned to go to a movie, and so Akriti had come home from work early. Rahul had wanted to send her the message before she reached home, but owing to his reluctance, it remained in his drafts. They reached the multiplex in Elant Mall to find out that the tickets for the movie they had intended to watch had sold out. That's why I told you to book the tickets in the morning, but you preferred to gossip with my mother in the kitchen, Akriti grumbled. Don't worry, let's watch some other movie, Rahul tried to calm her. The movie starred my favorite actor, Salman Khan. Why would I go to watch any other movie? Akriti said angrily. So that we can whisper in the movie theater and have a great time. Rahul smiled. Akriti blushed and Rahul booked tickets to another movie that was streaming. There was time before the movie started, so Akriti inquired about Rahul's family. Rahul's smile turned into a frown. Briefly, he told her about his family. He mentioned Nirav and his kind father and how they'd helped him to achieve his ambitions. Akriti placed her hand in his to comfort him. When the movie started, the two stole glances at each other, enjoying each other's presence. Rahul leaned in to whisper into Akriti's ear, You can remove your hand now. It's getting clammy. Akriti opened her mouth to object, but Rahul pulled her close and gently touched his lips against hers. Soon, they were kissing his tongue, exploring the corners of her mouth, his hand holding her waist as her hands grazed his back. Needless to say, they did not see much of the movie. After they had returned from the movie and were in their own rooms, Akriti texted Rahul. I keep falling in love with jerks. Am I falling for one again? Rahul had smiled when he read the message and replied. No, this one cannot cheat on you. He wants to hold your clammy hands for the rest of his life. Akriti texted back. There is no doubt that my love is yours alone because you were there for me when I was broken inside. You showed up in my life and the exultation in my heart knew no boundaries. Every moment we share together is special and dear to me. You have filled the void in my life, you have given me the half of myself that was missing. I must admit, you are the most amazing companion I could dream of having. Will you fulfill my deepest wish? Will you with all you our heart and ardor propose to me? Smiling face Rahul replied. I've never had so much in my life to be thankful for. That was until I met you. I'd never believed myself to be worthy of someone's love. I was so immersed in my work that I'd forgotten that love existed. But with your sweet charm and irresistible beauty, of course, you taught me how to love. Tomorrow I will fulfill your humble wish and make you feel as special as you make me feel. It is not being in love that makes you happy. It is the person that you are in love with that does. Rahul and Akriti looked great together. Akriti had brought a new hope to Rahul's life, a hope that it wasn't impossible to find love again. For Akriti, it was Rahul who kept her sane at times when she wanted to explode. That morning, Rahul got up later than usual and went downstairs to have his breakfast. As promised, he had made up his mind to express his feelings and fulfill Akriti's wish. He noticed some people sitting with MR and MRS Tana in the drawing room. He did not wish to disturb them, so he decided to go to the terrace to look for Akriti instead. A little nervous to open his heart in front of her, he made his way upstairs reluctantly. He knew she'd be there, however, he didn't expect her to be looking so gorgeous at this time of the day. She was wearing a pink Punjabi salwar kameez and her hair was tied in a bun with strands let loose from the sides. If only I could get up to this side each day of my life, he thought. He walked up to her, looked into her eyes and pulled her towards him by her waist. Before he could speak, she broke the silence. Dad's friend's family is downstairs. They are here to discuss my marriage. Rahul was too baffled to speak. The emotional clamor inside him made his mind unstable. After he had registered the situation, he said, What the? Just go and tell your father you don't want to get married right now. And what excuse should I make? That I like someone, again. Who is that? Someone. What does he do? Can I tell him all of that, intelligence officer? No, right, Akriti said wryly. Rahul stayed quiet because he didn't have an answer to Akriti's questions. Do something before it's too late, Rahul. Akriti walked away, leaving Rahul all by himself. Minutes later, Rahul called Director Jain to ask him how many more days he had to remain undercover. It's just a matter of a few days. Perhaps less than a week. Also, I would like to tell you that the ministry has applauded us for our success in this operation. Moreover, RAN failed to accomplish it before us, and their team has taken it as an insult. I am proud of you and the entire team. The INA had cracked the case before RAN and left RAN to mourn its failure. All those from the RAN that were associated with this operation had taken it as an insult and had planned to come back strongly to regain their pride. This battle of superiority did not affect Rahul because he had a tougher predicament to deal with. He did not wish his love story to end before it had even started. After speaking with the director, Rahul went downstairs to check the progress of the meeting. The look on Mr. Tana's face and the manner in which Mrs. Khanna distributed sweets made it evident that Akriti's marriage had been fixed. Rahul looked at Akriti's fiancée clad in a suit 2 sizes larger than his size. When Akriti's fiancée smiled at Rahul, Rahul shook his head and left for his room. Later that night, when Akriti and Rahul were sitting on the terrace, Akriti spoke softly, "I'll get married if you just stay quiet. Please understand. Because of your mission, our lives will have to part ways. Akriti, you have to understand. I cannot just reveal my identity and betray my duties. I had a word with my director, and he has confirmed that it's only a matter of a few days now. Can you stay strong until then?" Rahul pleaded. "Can you stay strong through my marriage?" Akriti said, and, once again, left him all by himself. His heart was caught in a conflict. Bound by his duty to his nation, his hands were tied and his mouth sealed, while love escaped through the windows of his heart. With all his efforts, he wanted to keep his love alive. But his sense of duty debilitated him. With each passing day, the tension between Rahul and Akriti was increasing. His relationship with Akriti was at stake, and though Rahul was well aware of it, he could do nothing but wait for the confirmation from the director. "I don't want to watch a movie, Rahul," Akriti told him. They were sitting on Akriti's bed, and Rahul was trying to lighten her mood. "Then what do you want to do?" Rahul kissed her on her cheeks. "You know there's something that I want you to do," Akriti replied sharply. "And I will do whatever you say." "All you have to do is wait," Rahul said, pecking her on her cheeks again. "My parents have gone to decide a suitable date for my marriage. Are you even serious about us, or is it all just part of your undercover operation? I have started doubting your authenticity now. When are you going to open up?" "Probably when I have kids, right? I can give you kids right now." Rahul moved closer to her, pretending to be calm and relaxed. "Shut up, Rahul. I am serious. I am also serious. Look at yourself, you look deadly in those shorts. I cannot take my eyes off you." Rahul checked her out from head to toe. "Why can't you understand? I don't want to lose you. I am afraid the way things are turning out, I will eventually. Please don't make me suffer like this. You know I can't love anybody else. Please." SSHH. Rahul calmed her down by putting his finger on her lips. As they lay on the bed staring into each other's eyes, every second brought them closer. "You don't understand," she tried again, only to be interrupted for a second time. She hated it when he avoided important conversation. Why doesn't he listen to me? Does he think it's that easy? She thought. "Stay away from me." Akriti moved a few inches farther away. "Not possible," Rahul said, moving closer to her. He put his arms around her and kissed her on her lips. "I am not moving 1 inch away from here." Akriti started crying softly. He slowly pulled away and wiped a falling tear from her face gently with his thumb. She looked back at him and smiled weakly. "I'm sorry, I do trust you. I love you." He didn't say a word, just pulled her closer, wrapping his arms around her. He kissed her neck softly and began to move his lips lower. Rahul Akriti hesitated, but before she could say anything, he was undressing her. He was pulling up her top and unzipping her jeans. He began kissing her on her neck, then slowly moved down to kiss her belly. He laid her down on the bed, and then he took off his own shirt. Once he was on top of her, he traced her belly with his finger and kissed her on her neck and lips. He listened to her as she moaned. "Rahul, please stop." She managed to say, but he continued to kiss her. Akriti gave up and began kissing him passionately. She ran her fingers through his hair and curled her legs around his waist. The tenderness was reciprocated by Rahul, and he could feel the dampness of her love. Like dew on the playing field, her skin flickered and the sprinklers splashed, making the grass look greener. In their haste to exhibit their love for each other, they had forgotten to latch the door behind them. When Mrs. Tanna opened the door without a knock, she shrieked with embarrassment. Both Rahul and Akriti were abruptly woken up from their illusion. They hurriedly put on their clothes and Akriti rushed outside the room. When Rahul came downstairs and confronted Major Tanna and his wife, he was ordered to leave the house with his belongings. He was too embarrassed to object or defend himself, so he packed his bag and left quietly. Even then he did not disclose his identity or try to woo her parents by professing his love for Akriti. Akriti pleaded with her parents to forgive them, but the Major's command could not be overruled. "I miss you so much," Akriti told Rahul over the phone, "please come back. Or at least take me with you. Life is pure drudgery without you. I'll even go to a stupid movie with you." Rahul laughed softly, "It'll all be okay soon. I promise." Akriti hardly left her room anymore. She rarely went out for work, eating very little and sleeping a lot. Dejected, she wanted to reveal the truth of Rahul's identity but somehow held herself back. Mr. Tanna could understand his daughter's misery and had told her that the only problem he had with Rahul was that he didn't know anything about his family or what the boy did for a living. "This is about his family. Where are they and why are they silent? We can't just allow things to proceed without an assurance from them." Before Akriti could answer, the sound of a fork banging on a plate caused them to turn to face her mother. "After all, it's your happiness that matters to us the most, but for that we have to make sure you are in the right hands." Akriti walked towards her room on the upper floor and slammed the door. She leaned against it and closed her eyes. Her face was pale with exhaustion and fatigue. She turned to place her ear against the door. Her parents were still arguing. These days, they were always arguing, and most of the time, she was the subject. As she walked towards the bed, she thought she heard a noise above her head. It sounded like footsteps on her roof leading to her parents' bedroom. She froze, not moving until the sounds were farther away from her. She took a deep breath, switched off the lights and quickly walked to her parents' bedroom where they were still arguing behind their own closed door. She raised a hand to knock, when all of a sudden, she heard the sound of breaking glass, her mother's screams and a gunshot. Tears sprang into her eyes as she registered what had taken place. "Find the girl," a deep, muffled voice ordered. Frightened, Akriti rushed to her room once more, closing the door quietly and looking around frantically for a place to hide. She contemplated hiding under the bed but went into her closet instead, closing her eyes and hoping for a miracle. A few minutes passed and she let out a breath, relaxing in the darkness and trying to make sense of the events that had just taken place. She reached for the doorknob, when suddenly, it was yanked open and she stood staring at two men holding handguns. As the men realized who they were pointing their guns at, they relaxed and lowered them. Stepping back, they stood looking at each other. When Akriti realized the men were Rahul and his friend Nirav, she instantly hugged Rahul. "There is nothing to worry about. Your parents are okay. However, we couldn't catch the guys. I am sure they were associated with the same mission. Nirav was keeping an eye on your house, so we were able to get Here in time. Why are they trying to kill me? Akriti asked. You'll have to come with us. Only you. Not your parents, Rahul ordered. Ignoring her question. Her parents, who were now standing safely next to Akriti, stared at each other with blank expressions. What's happening and where are you taking her? Akriti's dad was worried. There were so many questions he did not know the answers to. Mr. Tanna, Rahul said, addressing Akriti's father, we are from the INA. And I was at your house as an undercover agent. Rahul narrated the entire story behind his staying at their house, how they had arrested the spy from Pakistan, and how he'd slowly fallen in love with Akriti, but he could not reveal his identity until ordered. I hope you understand, sir. The man was a national threat and was here to leak confidential information that you possessed, Rahul concluded. Mr. Tanna nodded while his wife was too shocked to speak. We are very proud of you, Rahul, Mr. Tanna said finally. Mrs. Tanna couldn't hold back her tears. They had been so close to danger. Rahul sat beside her and consoled her, Auntie, everything is fine. Nothing will happen to any of you. Yes, I faked my identity in the interest of the nation, but when it comes to Akriti, I love her and that's certainly not fake. You know it, you are a mother and you have seen it in her eyes. Mr. Tanna also loves his daughter more than anything, and I have seen it, his anger reflected his love for her. We are sorry for what you had to see, but we plan to marry. I know you will take the right decision for your daughter and I leave it to you. Rahul got up facing Akriti. Remember, you had asked me to propose to you in a special way? I couldn't think of a better way than proposing to your parents. Because if they are with us, no one can be against us. I am sorry for hurting you too, Akriti. Nirav smiled as his best friend and brother professed his love. Then he reminded Rahul that they had to leave. We will be taking Akriti with us in order to ensure her safety. We believe there's a motive behind her attack, sir, Rahul explained. I understand, the major said, but do you promise to take good care of her? I won't let her out of my sight, Rahul promised. Chapter 11. And then Akriti's father happily agreed to your marriage, Rashi assumed. Not really. He made a condition that if I were to marry Akriti, I had to receive a nod of agreement from my family as well, not just Nirav's father, but also my father and mother. I took this as an opportunity to finally meet my parents after so many years. That's the reason I decided to keep Akriti under protection in my parents' house in Mumbai. So, we left Chandigarh for Mumbai, stopping in Delhi on the way to seek Nirav's father's blessings, Rahul told her. I don't understand how Akriti's disappearance is related to Rahul's past. Does this imply that Rashid's team is behind this attack because their mission against our nation failed? Nirav, who had sat quietly until now, finally spoke. But most of all, where could Akriti possibly be? Rahul posed another question. Well, there could be numerous possibilities. One could be that Rashid's team kidnapped Akriti in revenge for Rashid's arrest. The other could be that Akriti is actually Afsana and on sensing danger, she decided to flee, but not before trying to seek revenge by bombing your car, Rashid told him. Nothing you are saying convinces me. Okay, I was in love with her and didn't realize her intentions, but was the entire team so infatuated with her that no one, not a single person associated with the operation, not even Director Rajiv Jain, was able to sense it? Rahul said. Things were as muddled as they could be. Nirav, were you able to Track Akriti's location through her cell phone. Rahul turned to look at Nirav. The phone's location was changing continuously throughout the night, and in the morning the phone was discovered in a container lorry in Nashik. The phone might have been thrown into the vehicle to make us believe that Akriti was carrying it. It's not a normal thing to do. It could be the work of Rashid's gang, Nirav suggested. Anyway, I have to get going, Rashid told them. I'll meet you tomorrow with some more information. Before leaving, she said to Rahul, with mischief in her eyes, you are either a bad boyfriend or a bad officer. Even with all his available resources, Rahul felt powerless. It had been 24 hours since Akriti went missing. No one had any idea where she was. Was she really a spy, or was there a titanic conspiracy behind tagging her as an anti-Indian? Although there was enough evidence against her, Rahul refused to believe that she was guilty. He was determined to prove the theories incorrect. It's been a day without you. Then why does it seem like ages? The memories are still loud. You come in my pain. You come in my gain. My soul echoes your name at every sight, making me feel alone every night. I draw your picture with crayons, but there is no shoulder to lean on. My heart aches to listen to you, it cries helplessly to see you. Distant landscapes fade into the sky. To say, I remember you. My life is a canvas without colors. Like a TV without a remote to start it. Where a you, my love, when will you come? My tears demand an answer. I think you should go home. Your parents must be worried because you haven't informed them about the happenings since yesterday, Nirav suggested. I was careless in my duties. I am so ashamed of myself, Rahul said remorsefully. Rahul, don't worry. We'll get to the bottom of this matter, find the perpetrators and punish them. Please don't lose hope now. Even if others don't, I still believe in you, and I believe that you are a very capable intelligence officer. I have informed the director. He will definitely find a way to reach out to Akriti, Nirav consoled him. Nirav was hell-bent on knowing the truth that lay hidden in the pages of an unknown book. Rahul reached home to be deluged with questions. His parents asked him where Akriti was and what had taken him so long. He avoided the grilling and went directly to his room. Karen went after him and talked to Rahul in his room. What happened? Is everything okay? Where is Akriti? Karen, I am in no mood to answer questions right now. I'll explain everything when I feel up to it, Rahul told him. Rahul rested on the bed with his eyes closed, but despite his fatigue, he was unable to sleep. His parents were discussing him in the drawing room, but he tried not to listen to them. Just when he fell asleep, Karen began knocking furiously on his door. Rahul, the CBI is here. Rahul feared the worst, and when he reached the drawing room, 2 uniformed men were waiting for him. Mr. Rahul, we are here from the anti-corruption team, CBI. We have information that you have taken a bribe during an operation and let a spy under the alias Akriti escape. We have a warrant to search your house. Mr. Rana looked confused. What is this all about, Rahul? Will you please wait, Dad? Rahul said. Then he spoke to the officer. There has been a mistake. Akriti has gone missing and the INA is searching for her. I am the head officer in this case. How could I possibly accept a bribe to help her flee? I understand, but the CBI suspects that you conspired with her. I request you to cooperate and let us carry out our search, one of the officers told him. They began searching every corner of the house, opening drawers and cupboards, scanning files and folders, but found nothing. I told you, officer, Rahul said sternly. Check the bathrooms too, one officer commanded the other. In no time, they recovered a stack of unaccounted cash from one of the toilet flush tanks. The stack was sealed in plastic and kept inside the tank so that no one would notice. Rahul was stunned beyond belief. He had no clue as to where the cash had come from or who had hidden it there. You are under arrest, Mr. Rahul. Come along with us before we're forced to drag you. The smell of conspiracy was strong and evident after Rahul was incarcerated. A series of unfavorable events had rendered him weak, and loving Akriti was making him lose his mind. Love blinds you the moment it touches you. You can either live blissfully in its embrace or die besotted in its shadow. Except, you don't get to decide what happens to you. Rahul was granted permission to make a phone call. He immediately dialed Nirav's number and explained what had happened. Nirav assured him that he would immediately inform the director and seek his help. A couple of hours later, Rahul was released on the request of the INA director, Rajiv Jain, who had spelled out that Rahul had been framed. However, the anti-corruption officer had given an ultimatum to Rahul, which required him to prove himself innocent within a week. On the way home, Rahul called Nirav to thank him. It's fine, Rahul. Also, I am very close to solving the case. I'll tell you in detail when I put the pieces together. Nirav said, now, you'd better hurry home for another round of interrogation. I wish I had an option, Rahul sighed. Here comes the culprit, this time without the officers. From the day you arrived, the stars of this house have been misaligned. Will you at least tell us what's happening? Mr. Rana shouted at Rahul before he could even enter the house. Dad, will you allow me to breathe, or should I go back? The officer didn't torture me as much as you are torturing me. Is that how you talk to your parents? You have no manners even after all these years. Mr. Rana was furious. This house hasn't changed a bit. I was and will always remain a soft target. Rahul gave up. Is Akriti a terrorist? What was the officer saying? Rahul's mother interrupted them. I have no idea, Mom. She went missing the day we went out. Our team is trying to find out whether she was kidnapped or if she was involved in a conspiracy, Rahul explained. He briefly described Operation Tusk to them, cautious not to reveal any confidential details. So, Akriti is a terrorist and you helped her escape, his father questioned him. I haven't done anything. Someone tried to frame me. My friend, Nirav, is part of the team investigating who did it. The girl who came to see you. Karen, Rahul said, looking at Karen. Rashi is an RAN agent and is trying to help us find out more about Akriti. All I know is that owing to you, the CBI entered our house today. A terrorist wife, a scammer husband, maybe the child will be a politician. His father said disapprovingly. You may say whatever you like, Rahul ignored his father's baseless allegations. Have you informed Akriti's parents about what happened? Rahul's mother asked. No. What could I have told them? That their daughter has been kidnapped? Because I left her alone in a car? Please forgive me for breaking the promise of protecting Akriti, no matter what, Rahul said, angry at himself. What about this girl, Rashi? She did not tell us anything about working with the RAN, her mother said. Then she asked Karen, did Rashi tell you She's been meeting with Rahul. Frequently. Mom, we haven't spoken in a while now. Why would she tell me who she's been meeting with? We are not seeing each other nor are we preparing to get married, Karen said, irritated. Rahul was so surprised at his mother's choice of questions that he said, "Yes, mother, I have been dating Rashi for a while now. I hope you don't have a problem, Karen." Then he turned to look at Karen. "Absolutely not. Go ahead with it. If you need any help, do let me know." Karen smiled. Rahul smiled back, but deep within he was worried. Akriti had been missing for some days now, with no trace whatsoever. Was it the perfect crime, or were Rahul and his team missing something? Anxiety lurked beneath the shadow of gloomy faces. Every time I start missing you, I brood about not being together. I try to pacify myself by thinking that the worst is already over. But no matter what I do, loneliness casts its gloom, like a merciless, raging tornado. It sucks away my life's happiness and I feel the urge to embrace you. My heart is barely limping along, and there are moments when I feel delusional. There are times when I feel low and weak, lost, dazed and confused, almost as if I am nursing a permanent flu. This is the state of my life right now. Without you, things are not the same. For all the ups and downs, all this confusion, I know only I am to blame. However strong I may pretend to be on the outside, I am broken deep within. At first sight, nothing seems to be wrong, but on introspection, my life now feels like a sad song. In the evening, Rahul and Karen were sitting in Rahul's room. "Do you smoke?" Karen asked Rahul. "I do. Do you have one?" Karen nodded. "Let's go for a walk if you like." Rahul and Karen were walking next to each other. Rahul felt himself relax in his elder brother's company. Karen and Rahul had never gotten along very well, owing to the constant comparisons they were subjected to as children. They did not hate each other as kids, but unfortunately, they didn't share any happy memories of their childhood together. While Rahul and Nirav had a very healthy relationship, fighting like a married couple, sharing like best friends, and having each other's backs like brothers. Karen and Rahul had nothing of the sort. So today, when Karen had suggested they go out for a smoke, Rahul was extremely pleased. Perhaps, the smoke of the cigarette would bring them closer together. "Does Mom know that you smoke?" Rahul asked, as he lit a cigarette. "Are you mad? She would have driven me out of the house if she knew." Karen laughed. "Does your girlfriend know that you smoke?" Karen asked as Rahul passed the cigarette to him. "Yes, she knew me in and out." Rahul's shoulders fell as he talked about her. "I can't imagine what she must be going through. Who are the people behind all this and what are they up to?" Karen asked worriedly. "That's what Nirav is trying to find out. By tomorrow he should have the details. I just hope Akriti is safe. Everything will be okay, Rahul." Karen put one arm around his shoulder. "Tell me something. Why did you choose to stay silent about my behavior? I mean, I robbed money because I wanted to buy a gift for Trisha, and I crashed the cycle on purpose." Rahul had always wanted to know. "Because your intentions were not as bad as their results turned out to be. We were kids. How could you have known that a motorcycle would run over my leg? How could you have known that Mom would need the money sooner than you'd imagined? You, anyway, would have replaced it after getting your pocket money," Karen told him. Does Mom still keep money in envelopes?" Rahul asked, remembering that day. "Why? Are you planning to steal some again?" Karen teased. Taking a few notes from his wallet, Rahul said, "No, I was hoping to return some, as an apology. Keep it in the envelopes where she keeps the money. Will you? Is it a destination? Or a quick walk on the sand? Is there an indication that the truth lies where I stand? Is it really determination, when I can't even touch it with my own hand? Is it a good intention, or part of some selfish plan? Is it a mere observation, or the harsh reality? Is it a passing situation, or a lasting bitter memory? Is this a confession, or are my words losing their meaning? Is it my imagination, that you will soon go away from me?" Rahul had impatiently waited for the sun to rise that morning. Last night, Nirav had informed him about some new information the INA had got access to. He'd asked Rahul to meet him so he could share the details. They decided to meet at a downtown cafe, so their whereabouts would be unknown. Rahul had reached the cafe 5 minutes early and was impatiently waiting for Nirav to arrive. He had called Nirav again to ask him where he was. "Yes, I am coming, bro. I'm not your sperm that would come so fucking fast. This sperm needs to cross Mumbai traffic during the rush hour. So be patient, I'll reach the cafe soon and reveal everything." Nirav disconnected the call immediately. Rahul's listlessness made him want to sink his nails into his skin and claw it off. It made him want to rip his hair from its roots. What was it that Nirav was about to reveal? Rahul felt the restlessness of 1,000 whirlpools gushing in the pit of his stomach. What had happened to Akriti? Who had kidnapped her? Why were they ruining her life, and, most importantly, how was it all related to his past? When Nirav entered the cafe, Rahul stood up in anticipation, and then sat down. Nirav sat opposite him and placed a curious-looking file on the table. "What's in the file?" Rahul asked, unable to hide his impatience. "These are some confidential reports that Director Jain managed to get his hands on. They are related to Operation Tusk," Nirav told Rahul. "The file doesn't even look like it belongs to our department," Rahul noticed. "Exactly. The file belongs to Ran. And it is clearly mentioned that Rashi was the head of Operation Tusk. She was the one who was working along with her team to decode Rashid's background. But Ran couldn't get all the information related to him before us, and as Director Jain said, the team took it as an insult. Their pride was bruised. So what if Rashi was the head?" Rahul still looked confused. "Okay, let me put it this way. Rashid was sent to India as the lone spy from Pakistan. There is also no associate of Rashid known to be in India. All the information that he had managed to send to his country was either telephonic or through the business that we do with them. Also, the passport that Rashi showed us, which she claimed was Akriti's, was fake. In the midst of the chaos, it didn't occur to us to question why a spy would travel with their original passport. Spies are given fake passports when they are sent on a mission. The attack that happened at Akriti's house was not remotely related to Operation Tusk. It was a planned attack only on Akriti. Do you get it?" Nirav expounded. "I can't believe it. Now I can fit the pieces together. First, Akriti goes missing from the highway and I meet Rashi there. She digs up my past by placing the note in the car herself after she has kidnapped Akriti. Then she must have thrown the phone into some vehicle so that we would not be able to trace Akriti. Now you get it? She also has to be the one who planted the bomb in your car. But when you called HR for help, she had to help you in order to appear Innocent. Mind-boggling. So we weren't searching for any real clues. She made us search for the ones she wanted us to find. But why would Rashi do all this? Rahul was flabbergasted. I think it's a power struggle between the Aina and Ran. That's all I can make of it, Nirav said. I can't believe Ran would go to such an extent to win this war, Rahul was shocked. Was she also the one behind planting the money in the flush tank? I don't know about that, Nirav said, but you can ask her yourself when she comes to meet us today. Rashi, let's unravel your history this time, Rahul thought. If you had the chance, would you go back in time? Would you change your past? Stop yourself from doing something you shouldn't have? You may wish to erase the memories so that you don't have to remember the bad times. You may wish to tear off your own skin so that you would not remember the way my skin felt against yours. You may wish to burn the places you used to go so that you don't have to look at them again, but I won't let that happen, and when you're alone, I will hit you, and I will hit you hard. I'll crawl into your veins and eat you alive. I will crush your soul and leave you breathless. You will remember every single tear you've made others shed, and you'll feel a deep stab in your chest. You may dare to scream, but no one will hear you. You are alone in this game and no one can help you, not even the Annie who holds your heart for you. You'll try to gasp for air, but you'll not be able to utter a single word. The sound of your memories will break your heart. It'll leave you crushed at night when you fail to fall asleep. Remember, I had told you in the very first phase of this game that you cannot press the escape button to make a safe exit each time you find yourself struggling. You have to play this game, and I'll kill you in 1,000 ways and make you feel nothing but pain. Remember, I am just seeking an opportunity to take revenge, for now I am the only devil and the only God. The extent of my rage has just begun, and now I am going to be the enemy of your life. I, Rudra, the destroyer, am the ghost of your past. And I vow to haunt you until you die. Never forget what you did in the past. And that it will come back to you in ways you cannot imagine. Life is vindictive. It has a way of making you deal with what you make others go through. Chapter 12. Day 1. W. Here's Akriti. Rahul asked as soon as Rashi was sitting in front of them. And how would I know that? Your girlfriend's on the run, remember? Rashi said, mocking Rahul. Stop this game of pretense at once. I know everything, how you kidnapped Akriti while I was gone and carefully placed a note on her seat. How you planted a bomb in my glove compartment and then pretended to help me. That passport you showed us claiming to be Akriti's was fake too, said Rahul, putting all the facts in front of her. Sad you figured it out so late, intelligence officer, Rashi said scornfully. Why are you doing all this? I have never met you before and our jobs are strictly professional. You just can't take it personally. The fact that we accomplished Operation Tusk before Ran had nothing to do with you or your team. It wasn't a personal attack. But what you are doing to Akriti and me is a personal attack, and I can put charges against you for the same. It's not a war between Ran and Aina, for God's sake. I like your frustration, Rashi smiled cunningly. Yes, it's not a war. It is pure revenge. What for? I am not in the mood to tell you. Now that the truth is out in the open, I challenge you, find your girlfriend or I will kill her. I give you 4 days, Mr. Rahul, Assistant Central Intelligence Officer, to rescue your girlfriend, prove your worth, put your brains to work. Otherwise, you will lose Akriti forever. What have you done with Akriti? Speak up, bitch, Rahul could not control his fury. Mind your tongue, intelligence officer. Do you think I've so intricately designed my plan only to solve it for you at the end? Calling me a bitch proves how weak you are at this point. When a man doesn't have the patience to deal with shit, he calls women bitches. People like you, who call women bitches for overpowering men, are defeated cowards. Now stop wasting time. I have already declared an ultimatum of 4 days. Prove that you are a man and save your girl, or pay the price for your deeds. Rashi was invincible. How did you manage to hide the money in Rahul's flush tank? Nirav interrupted their conversation. Looking at Rahul, Rashi answered, how could you forget that I was at your home to meet Karen along with my parents? Remember how you mentioned that it was unusual for the girl's family to visit the boy's family? That was it. I used your washroom, and I must say that hiding money inside a sari blouse hardly arouses suspicion. That was how I destroyed your integrity. Is Akriti alive? Where is she? Rahul pleaded with Rashi to tell him. Yes, very much. But for how long depends totally on you. When you stopped the car at the food mall and went inside, I kidnapped Akriti in the exact manner you just mentioned. I also gave the event an interesting climax: the bomb. I knew you would detect the bomb in the car and exit safely. You're at least that smart. However, you believed in my theories sooner than I expected. Now you're no more than a puppet in my game. You know it all but you can't prove it. You have heard it all but you can't make others listen. Rashi told Rahul. Rahul somehow wanted to hurt Rashi for everything she had done and tried to overpower her physically, but Nirav stopped him. Frustration had taken a toll on him. There's no point in trying to harm me. I am the only person